Stressing so much now. And I see that I might potentially be sitting next to this man. I'm picking this vlog over right where I left off my previous one, which was the pack and prep one. And if you didn't see that one, I am going home to surprise my family. They have no idea that I'm coming. I only told a few people who can help me with arrangements to make sure that my parents are at home and, you know, to pick me up at the airport, to arrange for my car and all these different things. So I'm so excited. I land tomorrow. I actually fly midnight China time and land 5 p.m. South African time, and South Africa is 6 hours behind China. So I've got about a 23-hour travel situation ahead of me. I got 0 sleep last night, and I did ensure that I got my butt to the gym today. So hopefully with the little sleep, with the exhaustion from hopefully the gym and no sleep, I will pass out on my first flight tonight and just sleep through that whole flight, I'm hoping. The first flight is 9 hours and the second one is I think 9.5 hours. I cannot wait to be back at home again, so let's go! I'm currently sitting in the car. We're picking up other people. It's like a shared taxi. I'm actually stressing so much now because when I booked the time slot for the driver, I searched on maps how long a drive it is to the airport, and it showed maximum 3 hours, and I actually checked in a high traffic time and it showed 3 hours. And I also asked like some of my friends here how long they think the drive is to the airport, and they also said 3 if it's a busy time. And now I checked on maps and it said 4 hours and 15 minutes, and that's cutting it close. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I've made it to the airport. I'm through security. I've done all the things. My bags are checked in. Everything was so smooth. I'm still so early. There's still an hour before I have to board my flight, so still 2 hours before I'm actually taking off, and then the 23-hour journey can begin. Oh, I just feel so relieved that it is such a relaxing process. So I was stressing so much for a second there because I went into Google Maps and I checked how long the distance is from where we were to the drive to the airport, and it showed like 4 hours and 15 minutes. And I calculated in my head extra time would be a 3-hour drive. And I was nervous, but then I went into Apple Maps and it said 2 hours, and that was the case. So it was only a 2-hour drive, and I am just so relieved that I have so much extra time because I hate having to rush and run around and just feel stressed before even getting on the plane. So it was a very, very big relief. And then it's a 9-hour flight to Dubai, and then a 4.5-hour layover there, and then a 9.5-hour flight to Cape Town. Literally walking up and down just because I know I'm gonna have to be sitting down for so long, and hopefully that will all just combine and I'll pass out on the flight now. I was going through so many crazy emotions just simply on this like 2-hour bus ride here, or like car ride. One, throughout the car ride I couldn't like sleep because I was stressing because of the long journey that I thought was going to make me late for my flight, and then I realized, oh, I don't have to stress, it's only 2 hours, great. Then I start like scrolling on social media, which I actually have been so good at not doing recently. Like I just spend any extra time that I have not scrolling. Like I would much rather read or much rather create my own content than consume content. And that got me in such a negative mindset because I so quickly, despite the fact that I'm now getting on a plane to fly home to surprise my very healthy family that I have, I was like sitting there judging myself, comparing myself to other people my age, and like telling myself I'm behind on life, I'm not as successful as them, my content isn't doing good, so I'm just wasting my time. I should just like, I'm not worth doing this, it's not worth all this time and energy that I put into creating content. And there was just so much self-doubt and like negative self-talk, and I just felt like I just put myself in such a negative space, and that's so unnecessary because you just have to realize, Angie, like just shut up because there's so much that I have in my life that I can be grateful for, and just the fact that I don't have a bajillion subscribers or a million followers or whatever, that is so stupid. Like, that is so stupid. Like I say, I have the privilege to get on a plane tonight and fly to surprise my family, and they're all healthy, and that is what truly matters. And it just makes me so mad that I get mad at myself for telling myself that I'm so behind or I'm unsuccessful in life and I'm just failing at everything I'm doing, because that's so stupid. I'm always like going on about how I'm so grateful for so many things, because there is so many things to be grateful for, but also I get so in my head way too often about what the heck I'm actually doing in life. And I don't know if that's just me or if there are other people who feel that way, but I also just want to like keep it real. The fact that, you know, I doubt myself so much in basically everything I do, but also with that I try as much and as hard as I possibly can to remind myself that even though I have no idea what I'm doing, that there is so much in my life that I can stop and be grateful for, because it really is true. And that helps me a lot with all the guilt feelings that I unnecessarily build up in my brain about how behind I am with life. Like, that is just pathetic. Okay, I had to switch arms because my shoulder was killing me. Before I log off, I got off the car and there was this girl with me in the car, and she could actually speak English, and she saw I had multiple bags, and it was such a simple gesture, but she was literally like, let me help you with your bags. You have so many bags and I have a free hand, I'm going to help you. And I was like, no, I don't want to trouble you, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, I'm going to help you. And it was just like, she was so kind and so sweet, and just genuinely being it was just a kind gesture. And that was exactly what I needed in the moment to get me out of this negative slump that I put myself in unnecessarily. And it just again reminded me, one, stop being so stupid because you have so much to be grateful for, and two, be more kind. Like, do such simple small acts that will literally spark someone's life up a little bit, because my whole week is literally made by this girl who was so simply kind. But anyway, she's off to Korea. She's gonna go travel there, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it was just like a good bring me back down to earth moment that I needed in that exact moment. So I just had to share that, and maybe it's the reminder you also need to just not be so hard on yourself, one, and two, share as much kindness and spread as much kindness as you can wherever you can. It's actually so cool. So in most places in China, mostly like public places, you have a water station, what do you call this? Oh, that's really full. Oops. And you can basically refill your bottle for free. Very convenient. Okay, let's go, let's go. I just woke up, we're just getting our breakfast now. The flight is pretty much over, so it was definitely successful as to do just one flight. So now just a 4.5 hour layover in Dubai, and then heading to Cape Town for another few hours. But I'm exhausted. Hello from Dubai. I've just touched down here now. I just came to come take a seat. I got myself a hot chocolate and I am just going to absorb this. I was craving something warm and cozy, and the airport is really quiet. It's 4 a.m. in Dubai right now, and I had the best flight. I wasn't even aware that we took off, and I wasn't aware that we landed. They literally woke me up to eat breakfast, and then I passed out again. So it was a very ideal flight. I still feel extremely exhausted. My watch tells me that I got about 5 hours of sleep, but I don't think that's accurate. I think it was still running on China time, so it basically didn't get the whole night's sleep. But I pretty much slept through the whole flight. But I hope that I can get some more sleep in on the second flight. But I don't want to sleep the entire flight because I don't want to not be able to sleep when I get back home tonight. So yeah, I just so grateful that this whole journey has been very smooth so far. I haven't been rushed or anything caused me unnecessary stress again. So I've just been chilling around here in the airport. I've still got about 4 hours before my next flight takes off. So I'm just cruising right now. I'm going to enjoy my hot chocolate. I see here's a bookstore and a Nike store quite close to me. So I'm just going to have a stroll in there, see what they have to offer. and yeah, just sip on my hot chocolate. I want to also just move as much as possible because I know the next flight is 9 hours and 40 minutes, and since I'm going to try and stay awake, obviously that flight isn't going to feel as quick as this one just did. So I definitely just want to exhaust my legs a little bit and move as much as I possibly can, so that by the time I get to the flight I am ready to have a sit down. But yeah, I am just so excited to touch down in Cape Town. I am ready to see my family. I honestly hope that the surprise is successful and that they are happy to see me and that everything just runs smoothly. But all in all, it's been a great travel day so far. I am obviously very exhausted, but it's going to be so worth it and I'm so excited. Guys, I started getting kind of hungry and I was just walking around, like I said, trying to move my body as much as possible, and I saw a Five Guys and I never knew what this was. Literally heard about it the first time probably this past weekend. I saw it on someone's story. They went to New York and they went to Five Guys, and like I said, I've never heard of it before, and I was starting to get hungry, so I was like, you know what, let's try it out. It's a burger place. I literally just ordered one simple hamburger. That's so big, much bigger than what I thought it would be. So you can totally add like how many ever toppings you want. I'm not a toppings person, I'm very boring, so I just did ketchup and mayo, and it looks amazing. Oh yeah. It's 8:25 in Dubai right now. We are gonna start boarding pretty soon, heading to Cape Town, and I have been walking up and down the entire time, so I'm truly not only very sleepy still, but also excited to just sit down. I know I probably look like a psycho walking up and down the airport consistently, but also I know that once I sit down for so long, I'm just gonna be glad that I exhausted my legs. So I'm kind of excited for the flight to just sit down, and I'm gonna try and sleep, but also not the entire flight, because I kind of want to see if I can get my schedule a little bit to South African time, but I doubt it because they're pretty much waking up right now, and now I'm gonna go and probably sleep. So not the most ideal, but I'm truly so exhausted I can't see how I'm gonna keep my eyes open. Also kind of common sense, but it's so strange. Now, obviously, everyone who is at the boarding gate is heading to Cape Town, so obviously some of them are South Africans, and it's so weird hearing Afrikaans in a public place. It's been a while, and it's strange. It is about 3 hours to we land, so I've just got up to essentially just stretch my legs. I slept through most of that flight as well, and I just couldn't sit down anymore. I've been reading a little bit on my Kindle. My legs are honestly so tired of just sitting, so I just come to freshen up. I actually was like, oh, I'm gonna do my makeup just to give me an excuse to keep myself busy. But that's in my carry-on bag, so I don't really want to take out my luggage. But we're almost there. Hello. Hello.
Good morning. It is Sunday morning. It is still pitch black outside. We've got our friend here, Fiona. I just made myself my first coffee with the Breville that I've missed so freaking much. I think it's like 6:30 now and it's so dark. I've been waking up earlier back in China, and since it's summer there, it's obviously a lot lighter. So it's so strange being here, waking up later and it's still pitch black outside. Here's Fiona. I'm sitting here on my reading spot where I used to come sit every single morning and just have a read my devotional and start my day out right in this spot with my homemade coffee. It feels like so much has changed, but also nothing has changed. I left here exactly a year ago to move to China. Just looking back on this year, it feels like it went so freaking fast, but also can't believe how slow it felt. Like, I don't really know how to explain. Thinking that it's been a year is crazy because so much happened, but also it feels like nothing happened. Okay, she wants to join us in our conversation. Where last year, this time when I took off for China, there were so many things that were so... She got her tail all in the coffee. Oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. Give me a second to clean this up. Take two. I made another coffee. The cat ran off and its tail is still full of coffee, so it's definitely gonna have its dose this morning. If I'm being very like open and honest, how not lonely it would feel being back, but I kind of wasn't expecting to feel like... It's such mixed feelings because on the one side I'm so happy to be back and I feel so like surrounded by my friends and my family and I feel so loved. And then on the other side, I just never expected to it was almost 5.5 years when we broke up. I didn't expect to arrive home and the first feeling would be to miss him. I guess it's just because I've obviously been used to doing everything here back at home with him. Whereas in China, obviously, I was used to doing everything alone. So I guess it was just kind of like a weird shock to the system to be like, oh yeah, I'll be doing all of these things alone now. But obviously, it's also just wrapped around with this feeling of being so loved and welcomed back home by my family. I'm going to obviously embrace and enjoy that. Enjoy the fact that I can make delicious coffee at home now. Enjoy all my favorite South African foods. I'll go do some runs before I come back, shower, and then I pack up again because I'm heading to my mom's house because my mom still doesn't know I'm here. And my brothers and I will be having lunch with her. We actually went out to dinner last night. My brothers came. My older brother knew that I was coming because I arranged with him to help me with my car and with making sure my mom can take off for work the upcoming weekend because I'll be taking her away for a getaway weekend. So he knew that I was coming, but my twin brother had no idea. My dad had no idea, and it was just so wholesome and special to surprise him. This morning I'm heading to my mom and then I'll go and surprise her, and I'm really, really excited. I just gotta power through today if I do feel tired so that I can go to bed tonight like normal South African time. I don't know if I updated you guys when we were boarding. I kept seeing this guy and I was like, man, you are a beautiful human being. Like, you know, if you just see someone and they just are beautiful, and this was a beautiful man, and I'm like, wow, you are beautiful and I just truly want to stare at you. Like, can I stare at you, you know? And I'm slowly getting closer and closer to my seat, and I see that I might potentially be sitting next to this man, which freaks me out a little because I know that I want to be passed out, mouth open, probably drooling on this flight. And I feel so stupid. Please, yes, but also please, no. He was sitting in my aisle or lane, but I had the window seat, he had the aisle seat, and his friend had the middle seat. I slept through most of it, so I didn't do much of staring or talking or anything. But by the end of the flight, I started picking up them talking, and I heard they were South African, and coincidentally they work very close to where I live. A friend actually lives where I went to school. Just like, whoa. I'm just grateful I could have seen a beautiful human and just take my time staring. I appreciate the beauty that is this man. Anyway, I should shut up now. I should just drink my coffee and shut up. Shut up.
Okay, I'm on my first run. It is the most perfect morning. It's cool and crisp. The sun just came out and I'm just loving every second of it. I'm taking it slow. Obviously no distance in mind, no pace in mind. I'm just enjoying it. This is so fun. Every person that I've passed has greeted me. That is one thing I immediately picked up on China in running. No one looks at you, no one greets you, no one gives you a nod or a little hand gesture. And I've missed it. I've loved greeting everyone. I don't even know them. Find my makeup now, and I have been using a Maybelline foundation that my friend Danelle gave me back in China because she bought it and it wasn't like matching her skin, so she gave it to me and I've just been using it to use it, like to finish it. I opened a new skin foundation last year August when I landed in China, and I threw it away literally like 3 weeks ago maybe. One foundation lasted me the entire year, and obviously I wore makeup every day to work, so it lasted me a year. Bought the new skin one with me. I opened it up now and just applying it to my skin. I'm again realizing why I love this so much. Unfortunately, it's not available in South Africa anymore. Wherever you are in the world, if you can get new skin, please do yourself a favor and try the new skin loving foundation. Coverage of a foundation, but it literally feels like skincare products. But I didn't realize how much of a difference the foundation makes in how I feel like my skin looks and feels. I ordered myself this bangle and also a pair of earrings. It's such a little tiny thing, but I just feel like I feel more put together just because I've got like more accessories on. I don't know if that's just a mindset thing. So I really want to get like big gold hoops or chunky earrings, just because like I say, it makes a minimal outfit a little bit zhuzhed up. I'm on my way now to surprise my mom. I think she's also gonna cry. My dad had a bit of a cry yesterday. Plan is my brother is gonna arrive before I do, and even if I'm there early, I'm just gonna like hide away, and then my brother's just gonna tell my mom that there's someone outside looking for her, and then she's obviously gonna come out and see me standing there. So hopefully it runs smoothly and she's surprised. I'm actually wondering if my mom is a little bit suspicious since I haven't been on Instagram since like Friday morning, and it's now obviously Sunday afternoon, and I've never gone a day without posting on socials, and that's kind of how my family stays up to date with me, is through my social media. And like if I'm not active on my socials, my parents would literally message me asking me if I'm okay. So my parents like are very much aware of me and my posting schedule. Also, can we just take a moment for the beautiful yellow canola everywhere? I'm waiting down the street. I'm waiting for my brother to give me the go-ahead. Hello! Hello! Where was the... Really? Did mommy? Oh, the nice. Hello, Granny! Like I said, if there's one person who's gonna know, it's gonna be my mother. She knew I was coming, and she went to go get me my favorite snack, so that when I arrive, I have my favorite snack. Yay! Surprise failed, but at least I got a surprise brownie, so I'm not complaining. My mom when she was little, me when I was little, twin brother, older brother. Oh, me and my doll. Look at that smile. Been a little creepy since day one. Oh, so cute. Oh, matric Angie. And what do you call this, Angie? Graduating Angie. Matric afskeid Angie. Oh. I told my brother one of my favorite things to eat is Lee's venison burger patties. That's what's on the menu for lunch, and I couldn't be more excited. Hi, Angie. I'm watching. Really? This always sits every day watching my stories.